Hey guys, what's up? We are currently here with my homie, Mr. Tung Siri. So basically, we're making this video to like tell you guys our story of what happened recently. So we went on a road trip from Oregon all the way to the south of the border. Initially, we were just gonna stop by in LA, and we were, just partying, having fun and everything. Well, last minute, we decided to go to Tijuana. We crossed the border, and we were just there for just a day. We were just trying to have fun and explore. It's actually my first time going down there, just driving. I've been to Mexico, but it's always normally through a plane. But anyways, long story short, so basically we went over there, we had fun, we crossed the border, and we just had a horrible experience in Tijuana, in the tourist area. What had happened was we were having fun. We were looking around. We went and had dinner, lunch actually, at the sports bar downtown at the Strip. But we started noticing that we were like being followed, and we kind of had like this feeling like, okay, like something's not right here, because it just feels like there were cops. Initially there was like 2 cops, and then it felt like after that they just started watching us. After that we had we started seeing like more and more cops, so we decided to leave. We decided to leave the restaurant after we're done eating. And as we walk out from this place, me and William, we start noticing that there's cops like all around the area. In every corner we were going, we were finding officers, which we just thought was weird, because that was not happening when we first got there. So we walked to a corner. We were trying to walk to where our car was, but we kind of went the other way because we didn't want them to know where we were going, because we just had this feeling. Long story short, we got stopped. They started asking us for we got stopped, and they came down from this van, and these police officers, and they started saying they wanted to search us. So me and William were like, okay, what did we do? We didn't do nothing wrong. They started saying if we had done any criminal, like any crimes, if we had drugs or anything like that, and we're like, no, we don't. Like, why are you guys stopping? We weren't drinking. We were just walking. They had no reason to stop us at all, but they did. They asked to search our bags and everything, and while they were searching us, they found William's ADHD medication. Well, that was a done deal. That was it. So they looked at the medication, and they started saying, oh, like, what do you guys have here? Like, these are drugs. Like, why do you guys have drugs? And we're like, no, it's a prescription medication for William for his ADHD. Like, he needs to have that. And he actually has a doctor's note. He doesn't have it physically.
And also, here's the thing as well. I want to say is that the whole time, all this interaction has happened in Spanish, language of which I do not speak. And then they basically did not speak with me for the majority of the, discourse.
Yeah, and so basically they start like asking us all these questions, and then they started saying like, oh, like, you guys know what you guys have in there, like, don't act like you guys don't know. And we're like, literally, I'm telling you, it's his medication. They start so we try to get his doctor on the phone, and then he's trying to pull up his doctor's note on his MyChart, on his medical
People know what MyChart is.
Yeah, like MyChart, so he can find his information and give the doctor's note to the officers. Well, the police officers refused to listen to us. They said it didn't matter, that it was that we had drugs and we had broken the law, and then they told us that they had to take us, and they were going to take us. They didn't tell us where they were taking us, but they just said that they were going to take us, and we were going to clarify everything. They didn't let us make a call. They took our passports, our phones, So we have no way of communicating with anyone what's going on. And all of a sudden, they take our stuff away. They put us in the van, and we don't know where we're going. Like, this van has no windows, nothing. You can't see, you can't tell where you're going, and we're just like, we didn't do nothing. Why are we in this situation? We were freaking out, but we tried our best to stay calm and everything. So finally we get to this to the, I don't know what it was, honestly. Like, they had like jail cells in there. It was like 3 or 4, and they take us in. They tell us to take off our belongings, our belts, our shoelaces. They obviously they had taken our belongings, and they put us in the jail cell. After they put us in the jail cell, we ask if we can talk to someone, if we can make a call, if we just don't know what's going on. Like, we wanted to know what was going to happen, what was the process, how do we clarify this. We had a judge come out, a municipal judge, that's what they call them. But we had to wait, we had to wait there like 2 hours. Eventually the judge comes out and he talks to us, and we try to explain the situation to him. Like, we're thinking he's going to be understanding, of course. Like, we try to, but they just did not care. They said it was trafficking drugs, we had broken law, and that we had to pay a fine of how much was it?
$300 each.
Yeah, $300 each. And basically they said, we told them, can we make a call, or can we call like the U.S. Embassy or someone that can help us? And well, they just said they couldn't. They wouldn't.
The judge said, if I want to call U.S. Embassy, I would have to be in jail. They would have to put me in jail for 30 days before they would allow contact.
And listen to this, you guys. I mean, this is like, they're talking to me. They're because I'm the one who speaks Spanish. I'm not the one who's taking the medication. They should be talking to William. I'm trying to help him sort out the whole issue, but they're just refusing to listen to us. And then we want to get in contact with their family members. They won't let us. So finally, the judge says that he's going to give us a warning. But in order to get out of the jail cell, we would have to pay the fine, or else we would be or else we would be staying longer than expected. So basically, what ends up happening is they let him go to the bank and pull out money. Unfortunately, on our way to Tijuana, we did not pull out any cash, and we did not have any Mexican currency. So we were kind of like in that situation. Like, we told them we don't have, do you guys take card? Because we just simply don't have cash with us. So they told us no, we only take cash. But he made an agreement with us that I would stay in the jail cell, like with the other prisoners, or whoever those people were, and that they would allow him to go to the bank and pull out money. Well, thankfully, on his trip going to the bank and everything, they gave him his phone back, and he was able to communicate information to my family. And sorry guys, the video got cut off. So basically, information is shared between our family. Fortunately for me, I had an uncle in Baja California. They contact my uncle. William lets me know that my uncle's on his way and he's gonna try to get this sorted out. But unfortunately, we spent hours there and nobody comes. But the officers at this point don't know that we have contacted our family members, or that we had our trackers on, and that they were tracking us from the U.S. Our family members. And then what? After that, I lost my train of thought.
After that, so this is about 3 to 4 hours in. They called me over. They made me go into like a room with this judge. He explained to me in broken English about whatever it is that I don't understand what he's saying. But he basically asked me to give money, I think. And then I was like, sure, I can give you money, but I want to see the passport and the phone first before I'll give you any money. And then so they did like give the passport and the phone over to me. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm off my medication now. I need to take my medication. And so they were about to give my medication to me. They made me write in like a piece of paper. He's like, oh, just like write this here. And then they was like saying something in Spanish on Microsoft Translate. And then they give it to us. And I was like, they want me to write. I asked the judge for consideration. As I was doing that, someone let him know that there was someone outside wanting to talk to them. So the judge said to hold on a second. Now I have both the phone and the passport with me already. And outside there was this two Tijuana police officer, which for some reason does not have the same uniform as those people who were detaining us. So the people who were detaining us have like a regular uniform with it's like all black with like the badge.
Right.
But these two officers was like wearing a red uniform, like a red plaid shirt and a red jacket uniform. And I believe something like Tijuana police or things like that. And then like they were explaining to those like red uniform people what was happening, and then with that, one of the police tell me to sit and wait on a bench, and I did that, and I was like trying to use my phone, and my stepsister was like texting me, and so I kind of snapped a little pic of the situation. It's pretty like shaky picture, and I sent it to them. When someone see me that I was on my phone, they was telling me to put it away, and then I got on my phone again and tell me to put it away again. And then I asked them for water, and then I see that they didn't want me to like go over to the cell, but then I saw Alberto, and I asked him if he wanted water, so I walked over and gave it to him. And because of that, the police see me. He asked for both cell phones back, and he put me in another cell.
But this, okay, so I'll make the story long. So yes, he went and brought the money to the cell. William gave me the money, but the thing was that my uncle did end up arriving. My uncle, who lives in Baja California, thankfully he did come to our rescue. They actually brought him in, and I was able to talk to him. But when they found out that my uncle was there, they took away they got angry because they obviously they knew we had notified our family members, and they took our passports again. And
only the phone.
I didn't have nothing with me, and then they put William back in the cell. And then they told us we were just gonna stay there indefinitely until everything was sorted out. Well, my uncle was, thankfully he had connections, family members that were able to help, and explain the situation. After like a long while, like 5 hours, 6 hours of being stuck in the jail cell, finally they bring out this guy who speaks English, and they start, speaking to William. This person starts asking him about how his medical history.
And they said this person is the medic.
Yeah, so basically, he shows them the my chart, and they ask all these questions about his doctor, like the license and all these things. And they're able to verify that we, in fact, had not broken any law, and that his medication was prescribed by a doctor in the U.S. But it's so sketchy because when they found out that my uncle was there and everything was already starting to get like cleared out, they came up to me and they started saying lies. They said they caught us driving, and then they said that I was like driving over the speed. When they caught us, we were walking. Never was a car involved. And the municipal judge actually said to me that why would I do that to them? Like, they were trying to help us. How dare I say something when they were only trying to help us? Yeah, like help us to rob our money. Like, that's what they were trying to do. So finally, everything was moved. They came to the confirmation that you know, we in fact did not break the law, and they finally let us go. But just but the officers and the judge, they took pictures of us. They took a picture of me without my permission. And honestly, you guys, the reason why we wanted to tell this story is because we want to warn Americans, you know, like, for me, you know, for us, we were just trying to have fun. It was our first time. We were never, it was never in our minds that we were going to find ourselves in this situation. It was very scary. It was a very scary situation. Very corrupt. At some point, one of the officers sprayed mace around the cell where I was, and then they opened the door, and then they started, you know, I started coughing, and I felt like that was done deliberately. That was done on purpose. Like, I don't know for what reason, but, you know, like I said, I'm just, you know, I'm glad everything got cleared through. But if it weren't for my family members, honestly, you guys, I would not know where we would be at. If we would still be in Tijuana, or if we would still be, or if we would, you know, like, we don't know how corrupt the system is over there. So we were just kind of like, you know, just kind of getting ourselves ready for whatever happened and accepting whatever, you know, whatever came our way. But yeah, basically, you know, they denied our rights. They did not let us communicate with our family. They falsely accused us of things that weren't true, and it's just it's a very sad, traumatic situation, a position to be put in. As of now, I don't know if I'll go back to Mexico. Honestly, to that part of Mexico, I'm kind of traumatized with everything. We tried contacting the U.S. Embassy. Somebody answered that works in the U.S. Embassy in Mexico. Basically, they told us we can't do nothing because we came back to the U.S. And that it was out of their hands. That for them to do something, we would actually have to go back to Tijuana and file a complaint at their municipal court, town hall, or whatever it's called. And yeah, you guys, it was a very, very scary situation. And the reason why we're putting the word out is because we want you guys to know, you know, what's going on down there. We want to warn Americans, and you just let you guys know, give you guys a heads up that it is, you know, it can be a very scary place if you don't, you know, if you don't have family there, if you don't know the laws,
or even if you know the laws,
or even if you know the laws, because even if you know them, basically you don't have a right.
Right.
You know?
And you know, like, so just be careful. The safest thing to do is to never go there. And if the U.S. Embassy is not going to do anything, if the Tijuana city or the police are not going to do anything, the only thing you can do is to choose with your money. So knowing this, do not go to Tijuana, do not support them financially, do not go there and make a statement that, you know, they don't want tourists here, they're treating the tourists bad, then they don't deserve our money.
So just wanted to end the video on that, you guys, and, you know, just let you guys know what's going on. And it's a serious issue that needs to be addressed. And just warn you guys.
Yeah, well, thank you for watching.
Have a good night. Take care, y'all.